Hey gamers, it's GrindThisGame here, back with some oxygen not included. And I'm trying out a couple of new mods here. Whoa, the Meteor defense laser system, which is working pretty darn well. It uses a ton of power, but it destroys the meteorites as they're coming in. This mod has been available for a while, but I hadn't tested it out because it seems a little bit cheaty, but I got tired of cleaning up regolith. There was like, I forget how many, 6,000 tons of regolith, and I thought it was causing some lag. So then I installed this black hole, artificial micro black hole mod, which is pretty awesome. You basically tell it what you want to be destroyed, and the dupes stick it in there and it disappears. So I kind of like that. So that's how I cleaned up most of the regolith. But then I got tired of the doors opening and closing, so I got rid of the doors, put in one laser, and one laser is good enough to destroy the little meteorites, but it doesn't fully destroy the big meteorite before it hits. Now if I install them a bit lower here, like maybe down here, it might have worked, just one laser, but I had my cooling system here with petroleum, so I kind of set them up right here. I made them out of thermium because they're going to get really hot over time. They're pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's the Robo Miner art, but they behave totally differently. And they got a really wide radius. Oh, here comes a big one. So some of them are getting through. It's not perfect, but pretty awesome. I think I'll use this in the future instead of the whole opening closing door plus Robo Miner setup. It's just so tedious and takes so long, and I just want to get playing around with space. I don't want the game to be tedious. So hopefully they add this as a real thing in the game. This thing uses 30 kilojoules per firing, which is a decent amount of power. Let's just see here. Let's see how much power this thing used last cycle. Where's my power? Power usage. Okay, the Meteor defense laser system minus 276 kilojoules. It's one of the top power consumers, as you'd expect, but whoa. Now, if one of these gets through and takes out your lasers, then you're in trouble, because then let's just see if this one gets through. Oh, it destroyed the ladder, but that's okay. Let's speed things up, see how this goes. Oh. For some reason I can't scroll anymore. There we go. Oh, I'm at the top of the map, that's why. So pretty awesome. My rockets have been going back and forth to a couple different planets. One's just getting Wheezeworts continuously. That one's this one over here. And I've got wart seeds I gotta eject here, empty storage. That should allow this rocket to take off automatically. Once it gets filled up with fuel, which it should be pretty soon. Got some regolith building up here. There it goes, automatically. Perfect. My automation for this is really simple. It's, let's see here. Let me pause to explain. I've explained it in previous videos, but actually it's probably easier to do when the rocket's there. So once everything is ready and cargo's empty and it has enough fuel and everything, this one goes active. So that's going into this ore gate. And then this input tells the rocket to go. So once this is true, is it an AND gate or an OR gate? I can't remember here. I think ore gate, yeah. If it's ready to go, or the scanner down here. Says the rocket is here. Then launch the rocket and open the door with a delay. Actually, the delay is to launch the rocket, so first it opens the door. Then, what is it, 30 seconds later? 50 seconds later, it launches the rocket. So it'll open the door as the rocket's coming in, and it'll close the door when it touches down, and then it'll open the door again as it lifts off. Anyway, so pretty straightforward. Works pretty well. It's been working kind of non-stop for many, many cycles. But this game, this map is getting really, really slow in terms of lag and stuff. And I think I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do with it. I wanted to have a final episode just to wrap things up. We'll slow it right down. We'll take a look at setup here. For a while I wasn't using solar panels because I had closed all these bunker doors, which are gone now. Because the regolith was just getting out of hand. And then I put all the regolith in black holes and it went down to pretty much 0. And all the regolith that's coming through now is pretty much just open. When the rocket comes in, these doors open. Some regolith falls through. And hopefully that's enough to keep the filters and the sieves all going. This thing here, it's been working non-stop flawlessly. And what is it doing? It's cooling the gold volcano whenever it becomes active. Nice and chilly in there. I won't explain this one. I explained this one in the past. It's basically an aqua tuner that's cycling supercoolant. And the heat from this aqua tuner gets destroyed by the steam turbine here and generates a tiny bit of power at the same time. And then to keep the steam turbine cool, there's a couple of Weezeworts here. And it's all in hydrogen gas, because Weezeworts work the best in hydrogen gas. So that's working well. And over here we got our liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen setup. That's also been working pretty much non-stop without issue. What else do we got here? I don't know if I've done anything off camera, except for the space lasers. Let's see here. We got a lot of extra beds now. Actually, no, we don't. We have some extra beds. I was taking on many, many dupes, but the more dupes equals more lag, so stop doing that. Put some artifacts in here. Oh, I added some dupe power here. I was going through my petroleum really fast, so I put these manual generators on the main power grid here. Tried to add some decor so they don't go insane when they're running on the wheels. But stress has been at 0 pretty much most of the time. There was a little Draco farm in here. Tiny little Draco farm. I see that the CO2's... The chlorine gas is... The pressure in here is too high now. What I really need to do is clear the CO2 out so these ball millie can grow. We got a lot of chlorine in here. We're just doing a big dig. But I'm not gonna dig out the whole asteroid. I've done that like 3 or 4 times in the past. All the lava's gone because it was debug mopped because it adds a ton of lag. And most of this magma is not reachable anyway, so it's it doesn't really matter. It just reduces lag. I've been filling in these things as well. Just filling this in, digging out, but I won't be continuing that project. Let's just zoom out here and just check out everything. The final product. There we go. Maybe that's too much. There she is in all her glory. So next series, I think I'm gonna either wait until the final version of the game, well, not the final version, but the full release is supposed to be coming out in July. I think early July, so that means a test version should be coming out at the end of June or soon, hopefully soon, so I can get my hands on it. I'll be doing a video about it once that comes out. But usually it's really buggy for the first few days, so I probably won't make a new base or anything. I'll just play around with it. But I've been thinking about starting a new base on the hardest settings, because I haven't done hardest settings since a long time ago, and they've added more difficulty. Like more dials and switches that you can add more difficulty since the last time I used it. So I'll be doing that, I think. We kind of lucked out on this map with this geyser here. Polluted water vent. It's not the really frozen one. It's 30 degrees, which is pretty cool. And it gives out quite a bit of it. The calculated average output. This is a mod that does the calculation for you. 2,300 grams per second. Pretty good. Never had a problem with water. Actually, the water level is kind of low at the moment. But lots of oxygen. Not enough oxygen going to these suits. But these suits here are fully supplied. These ones are not as supplied. There is a mod that allows you to not store so much oxygen in these atmosuit dogs. Like 200 kilograms of oxygen in here when they only breathe. Let's see what they breathe. Let's check a report here. They don't breathe that much per day. They breathe 41 kilograms of oxygen per day. Well, between 40 and 50. Jared is like super dupe there, minus 11. I think he's got deep diver's lungs and diver's lungs maybe. So let's say 50 kilograms per day. So we don't need 200 kilograms in these docks. If they stored 50, that'd probably be good enough. So we basically got wasted oxygen sitting in these suit docks. Let's check some of the overlays in the base here. We've got oxygen, looks good. Power grid, temperature is pretty good. A little bit warm up in this corner, but generally pretty good. A little bit chilly down in this corner, but nothing they can't handle. What else we got? Oh, the gas overlay. Piping. I don't do the infinite bathroom loop thing. I'm just sending all the dirty polluted water up back into my mixed tank here. And then it comes back out. Where does it come out? It comes back out here. And it's full of germs. Look at this. 581 million germs. But it goes into these reservoirs here, sitting in a chlorine gas room. So they got 60,000 germs here, and then as they go through these successive tanks, the germs get killed. So by the time you get to the third tank, they're all dead. So that's germ-free polluted water comes out of here, gets split, goes into two different sieves, re-merges, and then goes into these storage tanks as a buffer. And then down here, and it supplies our bathrooms and showers and oxygen and all that good stuff. Decor in here, pretty good. Pretty good side inside the base. Outside the base, not so good. Someone was playing video games here. Nicola. He's winning. This looks like the space laser. Umzar having a nap. I like watching them on slow speed. Regular speed. It's kind of fun. Little sounds they make. Ellie doesn't look very happy. Look at the frowny face. Maybe because she had to do the business. Full bladder. Not, oh, still frowny. I think she'll be okay now. There she goes. Or maybe she's just naturally kind of frowny. Got lots of artifacts. I spread them all over the place. There's some here. Some down here. These ones are really good. These ones give 198 decor. Actually, the self-contained system gives plus 160. So that's kind of lighting up this area when they work on the oil. I didn't build a petroleum boiler. There's some good videos out there by other YouTubers that do those. I think I did the first one ever way back. Way back. Before they had all the sour gas stuff. All it did was turn oil into petroleum using... actually, it turned oil into natural gas. Directly. Using magma. That was a long time ago. I'm sure other people did it before me, but maybe not on YouTube. But now people are building really fancy setups. Counter current or counter heat exchanges and stuff, which I kind of used in my first one, but anyway, I'm kind of randomly going around the map here. Oh, we got a brain upgrade we could be doing here. I can never remember who's got the brain upgrades or not. Does Jesslyn have one? Oh, let's just assign them. Actually, let's just double check here. I probably scrolled by her. There. Diver's lungs, but that's not a... Oh, sunny disposition. Okay. Jesslyn already has a brain upgrade. Let's see if we can get 2 brain upgrades on the same dupe. Can they stack? I've never actually tried that. Let's speed it up until she gets down here. Make it super high priority. Hopefully she can get a suit. Actually, it doesn't need to be that high priority. Let's just do 9. This little morb has been stuck here the whole time. Okay, is this reachable? Should be. Okay, let's go find her again. Follow her around. Doesn't want to go. Oh, use neurovacillator urgent. But she's idle. Maybe no suits are available. That's probably the case. Yeah. Oh, no, there's a suit right there. Someone's probably already allocated. Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Okay, let's see what you got. Rock Crusher. Okay. Does she have like multiple... Rock Crusher and Sunny Disposition. Wow. And Diver's Lungs. Super dupe. Can we recharge this thing? I don't know if we have any recharger things or not. Let's see. I don't even know where that is. Oh yeah, we got 2. We got 2. Okay. I wonder if we could give her 2 more traits. I'm getting like 18 frames per second on the normal fast speed. On regular speed, I'm getting about 26 frames per second. Sometimes 30. Paused, I get 40. So yeah, just it's a little bit sluggish to play. What else do we got in here? We got, I retired, I think all but one of the morb farms, I mean the hatch farms. We got a bunch of calories. I think it's slowly been going down, but... The morbs just live, or not morbs, the hatches just live in here now. We're feeding them igneous rock. I got rid of a lot of the igneous rock in the black hole. So we're down to 69 tons. And we got food up here. We got a bristle blossom farm going on. Feeding that with 12 degree water. So we're taking 40 degree water out of a sieve from here. That's going through 2 aqua tuners, dropping at 28 degrees. It's all insulated, so it keeps it cool, and then when it gets into here, this insulated room, the cold water sits inside the hydroponic farm, and it keeps everything nice and cool in here. And then some of that cool water is coming up this way as well. And it's going into this very cold room here, which is growing some sleet wheat. Quite a few wheezeworts in here, but it's enough to keep it cool enough. So there's water that comes in here at 12 degrees, but gets really cold really fast because this room is so cold. So for now, that's the only food production, plus the wild food that's growing out there. Let's see. Got a little bit of wild sleet wheat here. Actually, some of it's not growing because we got natural gas stuck in there. And we got some natural sleet wheat in here. A little bit down here. And a few here. A bit more down here. Actually, this looks like it's all trapped. Is there a way for them to get in here? I think so. Why have they not picked it up? Let's try to sweep that priority 9. Oh, here they come. I guess they were busy. Let's check morale here. Morale is sitting at around 40-ish. Everyone is very happy. Oh, Turner's a little bit low on morale. But we got quite a few things going on. The biggest one being Decor being plus 12, and Superb Meal being plus 16. Great Hall's pretty good too, plus 6. So way more morale than they need. And we got lots of skill points that I haven't been using. Look at this, we got 40 skill points unused by Jerd. You know what? Let's just see what happens if we do everything here. Does that work? There we go. We're gonna stress Jared out here. We're gonna try to stress him out. Okay, moral expectation. Ooh. Moral expectation 65. Let's see what happens to Jared. Will he have a mental breakdown? Jared, where are you? Here you are. Stress. Yeah, going up. Low morale, 25% per cycle. Well-fed is minus 10. Net change, 15%. There you are. You're gonna probably have to jump on that massage table. There goes the stress. Don't train your dupes in every skill. They won't be happy. What else do we got here? I killed most of my shovels because they were getting out of hand. I had a whole bunch up near space eating the regolith, but this is it for now. I think there's a few that got away that are out on the map. And I had some hatches in here, but they're all gone now. Stinky, you look like you're stuck. Why are you sitting in there? All places. Did we get that thing recharged? Nope, not yet. Everyone's too busy. I got one of those black holes down... Where did I stick it? Right here. I think I'm destroying Abyssalite in here. Yeah. Because I don't really have a use for it. But pretty cool mod. Hopefully they add something like this to the game, a garbage can. Now it could be abused to destroy heat. Like you could heat up some minerals really, really hot and then destroy them in here. But I'm just doing it to get rid of stuff because I don't need Abyssalite anymore. I was using it for insulation up here. It needs Abyssalite, but I don't really need any more insulation. For some reason this petroleum got really cold. I have no idea why, but it stuck being cold. Got some geyser cooling here. This is my big giant power bank. Working pretty well. Most of the power is coming from the solar and petroleum. Let's just see your power usage. Hydrogen generator, steam turbine. Oh yeah, natural gas is our primary power. Then solar, then manual generator. I was using a lot of petroleum, but now they're getting on the wheels. Petroleum's kind of our backup power. And here's our usage for a cycle, almost 5,000 kilojoules. I haven't checked space in a few minutes here. Did anything get destroyed? No. Lasers are keeping up. I guess, oh, they can't reach this. That's why they're not building that. Let's put those back in. I just hit the wrong button. There we go. Oh, and I think I have too much petroleum coming in here now. Oh yeah. Let's get rid of this bridge. Before I clog the loop. I might have already clogged the loop. We don't have to send small packets through here. We can send bigger packets now. Let's do, I don't know, 5,000. The magic to these this cooling system are a couple of things. I broke the pipe here, well, actually above here. A little bit of petroleum leaks out, and it's actually on the top of this airflow tile. It's kind of hard to see. There's some petroleum liquid. So that plus the temp shift plate allows heat transfer into this radiant pipe. That's kind of behind the scenes there. So these things heat up. Heat gets dumped into the petroleum. So cold petroleum's going in, minus 12, and petroleum coming out is around 15. And then it goes through a cooling loop in this room here, which is, only has one Weezewort, but it's keeping up. Nice and cool in this room. Keeping our power cool. Listen to that solar. Whoa. That's a pretty cool sound effect. I don't really need all these ladders here now. We could just completely remove them. Not really necessary. Oh, Gasolax is about to land here. Gasolax is ready to land. Here we go. Let's check out the automation. Oh, it didn't work this time. It broke the doors. Did something melt? Did some of my automation wire melt? That happens sometimes here. Yeah, it melted right here. Or maybe I disconnected it. I might have disconnected it to hold off on the rocket launch. Can't really remember. What's coming out of here? A bunch of ice is falling out of here. Abyssalite. Oh, just what we need. Oh, solid methane, which is natural gas. Nice cold natural gas. So they pick that solid methane up and they take it all the way down here. Oh my gosh, it takes so long to scroll. I should have all my camera points set up, which I do, but okay, so they put solid methane in this container here. It's supposed to be this container. Oh my gosh, this is the bug again. Yeah, methane. All this other crap, that's a bug in the game that they still haven't fixed, related to auto sweepers. Anyway, they put the cold ice methane in there. The auto sweeper distributes it, or is supposed to distribute all these different containers in small amounts. 50 kilograms each. And it regasifies and it gets nice and cool. And then we put it through a little bit of a radiant pipe here to cool this area down. Works decently well. And the return on investment for the getting solid methane and solid oxygen is pretty good with the hydrogen rocket. Especially if you go to a close ice planet. Let's just double check that star map here. So we get solid methane, solid oxygen, really cold, and some ice. And we have to spend some liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen to get there. But actually that rocket, we're spending petroleum to get there. It's the other rocket that we're going way out here. Gasalax, where are you going? I forget. Oh, you're going out here to the other ice giant. So we're going to 2 ice giants. My power generation is a little bit messy. Got our oil set up here, steel manufacturing, ceramic, fertilizer makers, natural gas power, petroleum power. A little bit of carbon skimming going on here. Just to cool the area, I'm using the carbon dioxide to actually cool. Because the water that comes out of the sieve is 40 degrees, and the water that comes out of the carbon skimmer is 40 degrees, so that kind of cools this whole area in a little bit of a loop. And all other carbon dioxide we are sending into space now. I was sending it down to slicksters, but they couldn't keep up. So it comes along here, goes along here, goes all the way up. Right to there. And we just jettison it into space. Oh yeah, Jared is getting stressed out. Look at him, 18%. He'll be jumping on the massage table soon, I think. So I didn't want this to be a long episode, just kind of a base review, wrap up, and to close out this series. It's been a fun series. It's been getting a lot of views. It's been pretty crazy. But next series, it's either going to be the game full release with all the new stuff, or I'll do a short series using the hardest difficulty. Maybe do a new base. I probably won't do the whole space thing, but I'll do some early game stuff just to challenge myself. So I really enjoyed the early game and mid game, and then the late game is kind of slow and tedious. So I hope they work on that a bit. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.